momentarily ago also, so my channel switched over to host him. Now we're live on my channel. Getting ready for today's train wreck. Oh, are we doing that already? Just for giggles and grins?
We're doing something. Is my microphone open? Yeah.
It is.
Ooh, yeah.
It is. All right, it's that time of the day. Quiet on the set. Zoom Room video sponsored by the BMC.
All right. Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia. In no other frickin' better place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, two idiots who misinterpret the news, so you don't have to. The dynamic duo themselves, Laz and Jack.
And greetings, everybody. This is Les.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
Afternoon, fucker.
Yeah, and pretty soon.
Hello,
soon, this little
BT,
black thing
Sean,
right here
Torque.
is going to have my work laptop sitting on it, especially.
Oh,
when it's
nice.
like yeah, it's got a little laptop tray for the side.
That's what I actually. That's actually what I use as my keyboard stand. This is actually a laptop stand on an arm that I can actually put a laptop in front of me and work, and then put my keyboard down. But I use it for a keyboard.
Does it have a massive pole that's like 18 inches?
Yeah, that's attached to the desk. Yeah.
Okay.
Or you freesand it. Okay.
No. It's attached to the desk. I moved it a little bit because I realized that I actually needed a little bit further out. But
and Torque with the host. Thank you, Torque.
I do need to adjust things on it. So that way it's a little bit there.
So does that mean you can load up half of your work stuff onto the laptop now and keep your gaming rig for gaming?
Yes.
Ooh, yay.
Yes.
Progress.
Quite possibly.
Progress.
And then from there, like almost all the work apps will be on there, and then which means I can also take some of my calls in bed in the morning because it's a laptop. Oh yeah, and definitely need those.
Oh, there you go. You gotta get yourself, one of them half shirt things that just you put over that's got a necktie on it, so you can sit there in bed. You don't even have to do that, do you?
I don't do
you do your video
so,
conferencing just the way you are. Yeah.
Now, should we go to Mount Madeir as we open up the Twitterverse?
No, I got to
Oh.
watch out for Panty Pirate out here in Owl's Head. Panty Pirate's been here.
Okay.
Panty Pirate's been here pretty much most of the morning. But
Yeah, okay.
I wonder how he knows about that since he's not here. Okay. I think I just put two and two together.
What? That bridge troll is Panty Pirate?
That would be my guess.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Did your
would be my
connection
guess.
die?
Not that I'm seeing.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so speaking of
Stymie, LLTS. Long live the syndicate. What's up, Stymie?
Yes.
Long time no see.
We do have several tweets
Ah,
from
yes.
Chris.
I love free shit. I love free shit.
Yeah. I love free shit on both channels.
Yes.
Okay, are you ready for the Tweeterverse?
Tweeterverse, I gotta scroll back as to not give away the fun stuff. Where are we at? Starting
23 hours ago, right?
23 hours ago?
Yeah.
Okay, just wanted to make sure we know which ones we're starting with there.
Yeah.
23 hours ago,
23.
Chris posted.
Goal for tomorrow is to finally fix the Bard songs to be consistent. Plan is to make them all travel with the singer, but make them last longer once they get applied. So maybe 15 seconds once it gets applied. So not as much worry about the singer moving around.
Yeah. And we already know what the problem with that statement is. So
someone doesn't know how Bard songs work?
Well, that's one of the problems.
Oh, that's one of them?
Yeah, the other problem is bards don't move a lot because it takes so damn long to cast that they're sitting there not moving. So really, it's protect your bard and healer. Although your bard can,
I mean, it's like someone never played a bard and understand the mechanics, which does have several comments underneath it.
Let's open this one up.
Like Violet going, okay, this would be awesome, especially if atonal aria worked. While you're looking at bard skills, are barding skills eventually planned to be used in conjunction or via the legendary instruments?
You would think that a bard would actually have to play the instrument in order to
absolutely, or sing or do something else.
We know that that's supposed to be coming, but
that's in iteration 4.
Hola, Jigoku.
And Hola. Then love the bard effect appearance, but please look at the activation casting time. Makes it feel less bard with that long charge and cast to me. I remember old EQ days twisting 4 songs at a time. Yeah.
Is some interesting feedback.
Shade is like, sorry, but this is a bit confusing. Did you mean to say that the plan is not to make them travel with the singer, but the applied effect will last longer? So the bard casts it, bard can move, but you still have the effect and it lasts for 15 seconds.
That's the way I understood it.
Well, yeah, I mean, contradictory statements in there.
To me, what that would, I guess, allow was that if you're in a bigger area spread out a little bit, your bard could actually circle around and cover everybody. But most bard songs really cover everybody in an area they're fighting in anyway, in my experience. So I don't see. Again, you want to make the bard mobile, reduce casting times. Yeah,
that's a work link. Can't.
But anyway, moving right along.
Which takes us to 9 hours ago. Starting my day at 2 a.m. so I can spend the day with my amazing 6-year-old. First up, fixing mesmerize effects so they are useful but not OP.
Don't use it. Don't know.
Shroud math. Yeah.
Shroud math.
It's that stun thing.
Hey, look at this.
Okay.
Look at this next one. Scroll. Work.
Okay. Then after that, well, I'm looking at this. Unity 2019 is finally into long-term support mode and has apparently fixed the performance problems. Didn't we talk about that last week or the week before?
We discussed whether or not we would be moving to that build or even the 2020 build, due to the other build being no longer supported. But I didn't know. I thought the last time that we tried the Unity 2019, it didn't do much of anything, or should I say the last 2 times we've tried it. I thought we've tried this experiment twice already. But
yeah,
I guess adding long-term support to it actually fixes problems. I don't know. So I guess it's yet to be seen. Stymie, love you, man. Thank you for 100 bits.
Congratulations.
Just for you.
Woohoo. Yeah.
Yeah, so good to see that we're going to be making the move to the new version. Hopefully it is stable and fixes some stuff that again, we've tried this twice already, and
and Chris does follow that off with, I'll probably give it another try today and see how it looks. If decent, I'll get it on QA ASAP. Should fix a lot of issues, including some performance issues with Lua. Yeah. And then 7 hours ago. Now, this is interesting. You remember how we went into the comments for that one about the barding, right? Did you see anybody saying that's
7 hours ago?
Yeah. 7 hours ago. After some feedback on how bards should work, I've decided to spend a few hours playing as a bard before making any changes to them. I'll try to get that later today. For now, I've added a crowd control resist and updated a few things so Bard Mesmerize isn't so OP.
Isn't so OP.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I did say, like, before the show, it's like maybe we should go out to Mount Madeira to hang out in front of a certain lot that has a very particular message related to something that would be extremely related to this.
It's Jack's Lemon Lot.
Jack's Lemon Lot.
That's what you should do. You should set it up as Jack's Lemonade Stand. Set up a little lemonade stand that looks like the Lucy's Doctor is in booth. Just a little pop up, and then a couple of seats in front of the.
Yeah.
But yes, play the game. That's right.
And if you haven't been out to Mount Madeira, my lot, which I have not touched in a very long time, is using a bunch of lemons and some tomatoes or something like that to say all devs should play the game.
And they all agreed and loved a lot, although it didn't win you any prizes in the decorating contest.
Well, I will say that Star did not love the lot. Supposedly there was some internal dialogue as to whether or not to even show my lot.
Those were the good old days.
Yeah. But Chris agreed with me. Richard agrees with me. But then when it comes to dollars to donuts, it's we can't expect our developers to play the game.
Yeah, there you go, BT.
Yeah, Bridge Troll, Mount Madeir, the site of the I didn't know you could do this decorating contest.
Yeah, they learned a lot about what the players could and couldn't do decorating out there.
Yeah.
And of course, again, this lot over by us, across the street from my inn, gives you some really cool ideas of what you can do decorating wise. It's not one of the biggest, but it does show off some of the interesting aspects of deco that can be pulled off in the game. So, anybody
Yeah.
wants to take a look at, well, let's just run over here real quick because this is right here. My favorite,
Okay.
of course, is the stairway that they make out of the dividers. Yeah. But the stacking of plants, the stairway dividers, the using blocks to make floating levels. I mean, all sorts of things that you technically shouldn't be able to do.
Yep.
Technically shouldn't be able to do.
Yeah. But yeah. Yes, all devs should play the game that they're working on. Now, so this is where it becomes a little bit more complicated, in the sense that contractors versus employees. Contractors, you
think
can't
the
mandate go
contractors
play
in
the
the Death
fucking
Star
game.
2 are aware of the risk?
Yeah. Do you think the contractors of the Death Star were aware of the risk when they took the job for the Empire? Yeah. Oh, jeez. Thank you for the Clerks reference there. I love Clerks, by the way. But yes, all devs should play the game. Contractors are not, so that the way they're aware of what the product actually is that they're working on. If you don't have any clue what the product you're working on is, what kind of product do you think you're going to produce?
Indeed.
And
I
then
gotta ask a question real quick. I gotta ask Econdas if he made it to the outskirts yesterday, and if he did, what did he think? Because I was pleasantly surprised. We'll talk about that in a minute.
about the number of trees out in the outskirts,
Yes.
was it a lot? Was it a boundless forest full of
it,
trees?
it was impressive. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
And the ore nodes. I can say with
Certainty that you're going to be mining and chopping down trees and
that you can just circle the upper area and never have to delve on down and just continually go around in a circle in the upper area. There's that many trees. There's at least
nice
15
nice.
plus trees that I was able, plus mine spots.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
It's pretty sweet update, and the timer is updated pretty well. So definitely give it a try and let me know what you think, Econdas.
So as soon
Absolutely.
as you do one loop, it's ready to go on to the next one.
As long as you're taking time to harvest the everything that you see in the upper area there, yeah. So
Yeah.
as soon as you enter, instead of running all the way down into the what was the word we used yesterday? Can we go back and
Yeah, I will say that your internet
the
is picking up.
biovac?
You mean the camp that's not a camp?
The camp, yes. It used to be just all rock and open. Well, there's trees and ore nodes along that mountainside now, so there's
Okay.
there's stuff to do as you're approaching. It's pretty cool additions. I think people will find that they can do some decent farming out there. So go check it out. Yes, go give it a whirl today.
Yeah. But yes, but yeah, it's yeah. Thank you for those updates. The other thing is, like, every single forest should be like that. Every single forest should be.
Especially one that's named the Boundless Forest.
Yes.
Even more so.
I
But
mean,
maybe after talking about it and getting people to go check it out, that they'll speak up and say we need more of this out there in the world. Because Yeah, I was still looking forward to that mining area that's above ground and not underground for miners, so that miners can get some fresh
An,
air out there in the
an
world.
open pit mine. Yeah.
Yes, the open pit mine. Still waiting
Yeah.
for that one.
But the open pit mine should have some very toxic water near it.
Fetid fishing. How about that?
No, very toxic. I mean, you step near it, maybe you inhale the gas, it kills you.
Poisonous gas.
Yeah, very, very poisonous. Yes.
Well, I'd just like to see the plague come back.
Oh yeah, and we need the plague to come back. I mean,
I'm sorry.
when's the last time anybody used the purify skill?
I don't even have it in any of my decks. I have no need for it.
Oh,
Especially with healers and bards around. So, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much that needs to be done, and I still say like
Toxic
the plague
dragon
still
urine.
needs to go with you from scene to scene as well. Toxic dragon urine, yeah.
Yeah, see now, if anybody who's been around a while knows, I used to run a UO shard, and we had a NPC called Plague Bearers, and Plague Bearers could be spawned off of something like a zombie. There was, certain amount of chance, and if you were there when the spores popped out and you caught the plague, you would eventually die if somebody didn't cure you of the plague. Funny thing was that if you died of the plague, there was a possibility that a plague bearer or two would spawn from your dead body. This got hysterical because people going back to try and retrieve their dead bodies now have two plague bearers to deal with, and they multiply in such force that we had a town that was overrun at one point because people kept trying to run to the healers. And by the time they were finished, they were so propagated outside the healers that nobody could get into res. But it makes for a funny scene. And then the players got to come together to work their way in and actually
to combat it. Yeah,
to combat it. And
that's where it's like,
let the game run. Don't clear it for the players. If the players want to get that shit back, they've got to combat it. That's what makes the game fun, But anyway.
Yep. But
moving right along.
But that actually goes back to the old bug related to the plague, and that it would automatically just, as soon as you purified it, but it would automatically just trigger another instance of it. It was all kinds of stupid stuff.
Well,
related to it.
The fun part here was you could contaminate an NPC vendor. So
yeah,
and the NPC vendors, I forget, did they die eventually, or did they just always hold it?
Some died. Remember that there were disappearing vendors all over the place.
People were complaining that they couldn't find their questy vendors and stuff like that.
Yeah. You know what? Well, the other thing is like, due to the way that our healing works, you couldn't ever heal an NPC because you can't heal someone outside of your party.
Yes.
So you ended up with all kinds of issues related to that. And I really absolutely hate the fact that it's capturing my mouse outside the game.
Again,
ridiculous that it's doing that.
But at the risk of sounding crude.
At the risk of sounding crude? You want to say something about could the Envy Angel drop her dress? I mean, now that we have, or will shortly have, options in choosing patterns, it would be cool if she dropped a dress pattern, dyeable as possible. Looking at you, Elgarian.
Yes, I thought that was a pretty cute one, and of course, yes. Why shouldn't there be a pattern of? Apparently, there's been some. Well, we'll get to that in a minute too. But some good information here. Nora says she had a hard time dropping her bow, maybe asking for too much to drop her dress. And that's why he asked for a pattern instead of gear, so nobody tries turning into an artifact. But in the next topic, whoever made this...
Oh, whoever made this, you suck.
He fixed it.
Yeah, he fixed it by adding the devil horns and goatee, and you suck. Kidding aside, this is awesome. It'd be a cool addition to have other boss portraits to find. Might want to tune the drop rate a bit. I'm getting one about every 3 kills. After seeing how many times you have to kill her on average to get a bow or a quiver, I'm going to have a lot of these by then.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
And that's an Envy Angel painting portrait, I guess, that we have.
So I do have a question about why is the Envy Angel dropping the portrait of the Envy Angel? Shouldn't it be one of her little minions that drops it?
Well, he doesn't say.
Well,
yeah, I guess so. Kill her on average, yeah.
One every 3, he's getting it.
Yeah.
But if you added it to the loot table to the minions, then
well,
you
anyway,
have a reason to do it.
Continue on down. We have some good information for everybody.
Okay. You could just start selling them, considering she's a seasonal boss. It makes sense she has a unique but common drop. And Elgarian's like, I set it at 15%, hoping not make it too common, but common enough to easily get during her visit this year. I just raised the quiver by double and the Envy bow a tad more than double. Those last 2 will need to patch in. Painting is unchanged. And Lily has decided to go into my bag that had my burger that I ate earlier this morning. I'll see if Sania wants to make a turn-in quest for excess paintings. Might be a good alternative for overstock.
Indeed, but good to see Elgarian getting in there and getting his hands dirty and tuning things that need some really good love in there. That's what I wanted to say there. But for everybody to know, Envy Angel is around and will be disappearing, I guess, within the month.
2 months. 2 months.
It just came out, so it's got a 2-month run.
Yeah.
And
then
next
after
patch.
that, I think it's
next
the
patch.
Atavis after that. Yeah. Then we also have about buffs.
About buffs. Yeah, this is something interesting, to say the least. And goes on into just, well, way too much. But let's talk about buffs, because I use a couple, but by no means do I ever have. And I've seen people with just lines of buffs.
Yeah. After finding out from Alley Oop that there's a cap to the number of buffs, I guess there's a need to know more about them. Can someone point me to any posts on buffs? And planning to publish another book on this topic. Thanks in advance. To start off, I suppose there's a need to know what kind of buffs there are and the max it can stack. Do let me know what else to add on. Devotionals, you can have 2 maximum.
We all knew.
Attunement shrines, you can have 2 maximum.
We all knew.
Blessings, you can have 2 of them.
We all knew.
Obsidian potions, you can have as many as you want.
Drink them all.
Potions, no caps, but you can't stack 2 of the same potion, but you can use 1 of each if you want. And he regularly uses Acumen, Defense, Might, Cat's Grace, Shadow Form, Wolf Speed, and Haste all at the same time. Throw in a potion of Obsidian Potion of Preservation and occasional poison as well. It's a lot of fucking potions.
Yeah. Well, again, I've seen people who do, and they're out there and they're all buffed up, and then there's people like me who I run out to 2 of the devotionals out in one of the towns, jump into them, and then I eat 2 food buffs, and that's my buff strategy. 2 devotionals, and 2 food.
Over in chat, we actually do have this discussion about Elgarian being a great, fantastic add to the team.
Oh yes, absolutely.
And that is absolutely the case because Elgarian was a player first. So
And-
whenever a player complains about something, he knows what they're talking about. And he's understood that pain. And he, instead of saying something, oh, it's working as intended, he can sit there and say, yeah, that's probably not the way you designed that.
And especially for the players on the deco side, all the deco surfaces, all the patterns, all the just all the new additions that are being made are Elgarian getting his feet wet and learning how to do that stuff, and even some of the new light questing stuff is him.
And I mean, he did write a couple of quick quests. Hopefully he'll go back and do it.
But he's also just celebrating a 1 year anniversary because it was last year right around this time where he took that job.
Was it a year? Wow.
Well, he was doing his last live stream because he was going to go get himself a regular job to do something, and word got to Chris at the end of that he was going to stop streaming Shroud of the Avatar, and Chris said, "Nope, got to do something about that." And I think I don't know, does he even still do his morning streams? I know he did for a while, but
I don't know.
Yeah. But he joined the team just a little over a year ago, just about a year ago, I should say. It was January. And good addition, absolutely.
But yeah, fantastic just because he knows the game. He's played it. He's very intimate, has an intimate level of knowledge with things. And he can sit there and say, yes, this is a problem, instead of working as intended. And that's why I always harp that developers of a game, contract or not, should play the game. They should understand what they're doing and how it impacts people. Realistically, in the end, it's how successful do you want the product to be?
Yeah, I didn't think so. Treasure Pile is that's not the one I was supposed to hit.
And Treasure did say that, Laz, you always forget that we have radio listeners and they don't know what you're referring to. So you do have to say that. Treasure Pile did say that.
I don't have to say that.
Streaming since his promotion. Hey man, you're the radio guy, not me.
Yeah, and I know how many people listen to the radio right now.
Oh, nobody.
That's right.
But what about like 12 hours from now?
Yeah, well, they'll figure it out.
Or 12 hours from that. Oh wait, they'd be listening to us live.
Most people actually catch us on Twitch or YouTube and replays. Very few people are, but it's there for them. That's what we do.
But this is on 2 pages about buffs. For when it started about a week ago.
All right. Anyway.
So, but yeah, buffs definitely needs a lot of structure. We need to know what's going on there. Then everybody's going to be like, okay, this is the buff build you should have. And imagine that everybody's running around.
Now, again, the devotionals are usually what I get. The attunement shrines, those are what, the 3-day buffs, the attunement shrines? Is that what they are?
There's something, I don't know.
Yeah, but
I just know the obsidian potions are week long in real life.
There are way too many buffs, in my opinion. And then, of course, there's others like Econdis who will say there's not enough buffs.
Well, for one, the minimum buff period should be 5 minutes, not 30 seconds.
It depends
because
on what.
So pretend you're eating a food. Pretend it's bark bread, whatever. You remember, it's like as soon as you finish eating it, that buff is over. And so it's one where it's like some of those buffs you need to sit there and say, okay, is this actually usable? And so that's where it's like that first tier should be 5 minutes. And then from there for a buff, okay, for combat stuff, maybe maximum of an hour. And I know that Chris did build in that new skill to extend like potions, but it doesn't apply to buffs unless I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
there's
don't do shit.
yeah, there's potions again, unless they're a similar type, I don't think they get into
No.
in the way with each other. But there's a
But-
lot out there, and there's a lot of people asking the questions, and there's a lot to learn. So it is a curve.
Well, the other thing is, why do people feel like the need to do all these buffs? Because I hardly ever buff anything when
Yeah,
I do
well,
go in combat. But of course,
I was
but
gonna
my
say,
character
we
is
know
also
we know what you
useless.
buff.
Yeah, yeah. But I prefer getting fluffed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
who wouldn't?
I know it's all good. But yeah,
It's a beautiful
that is
thing.
out there. That discussion about that. I mean, already 2 pages worth of discussion. So lots of people are adding their input. It is all valuable. As far as okay, we need a deeper understanding of the game. The one thing that like you know, as soon as Chris sees that all that information, he's going to go Shroud math everything. So
Yeah.
It's like I don't know if I'd write it in as an in-game book.
Well, not unless you're willing to update it whenever he decides to change things, and you know, because you know, certain things you got to watch. You write a book, and then all of a sudden a system changes, and then all the books that you have out there become outdated, and you either got to yank them all or try and get people to buy the new book, or I don't know. Speaking of books, though, let's take a look.
Speaking of, what are you looking at?
I was looking to see if I had any new receipts because I know I just had a bunch, but I think I put them in the bag already.
Yeah, you're breaking up, so I didn't hear you.
As I have 2 books out there in the world. I said I thought I had some new receipts.
Oh. Yeah.
Yes. I don't know. It's a Discord thing. Discord thing. Need to get a SpongeBob filter. 7 hours later.
Maybe that is already in the voice mod.
I don't know. Is there?
My voice mod's dead, so
What happened?
It crashed and it will not come back.
That's not good.
Uh-huh.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Not good at all.
Oh,
But anyway, what else we got on tap today? We got some other stuff. Let's see.
Someone wants to buy a full list of all these
Yeah,
soda items in a spreadsheet.
This is an interesting request out there. Let's get over to this here.
Before doing it myself, I'd like to ask if someone already listed all of these soda items in a sheet. I'd like to create a crafting tool in spreadsheet, but obviously I require the list of some items, especially the raw components, meat, ore, cotton, wax, etc. I guess what they're doing is something similar to like the old DDO green steel builder thing, where it would tell you all the items that you actually needed in order to craft stuff. There was 3 different crafting websites related to crafting shit.
There's still a couple out there, isn't there? Isn't SodaCraft still out there? And
well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how.
I haven't used any of them in a long time. Let's see.
Let's see. Hold on. Nope.
Nope, that one's parked.
Yeah. Sodacraft.com. Nope.
Yeah, no, it's parked.
Yeah. Yep. It's parked.
Soda Smith. Let's see. Is Soda Smith still up?
I
Soda
don't
Smith
know.
is still up.
But how accurate is the information?
Let's go see. Recipes.
And it does have release
Yeah.
86 news.
Yeah, so I mean, Soda Smith would be
Yeah.
overview of mines, crafting guides,
Well,
stations and tools.
Okay, so Laz,
Yeah.
click on mines, click on that overview, and list how many mines are listed.
One.
Well, it's 2.
I
Owl's
see.
Nest
I
and
see
Exeter
Owl's Nest.
Crag mine.
When I clicked, well, you told me to click on overview. I clicked on overview.
Sorry.
Yeah, you click on overview, it comes to Mines overview and only lists Owl's Nest. I see the Exeter Crag, but
Yeah. But the recipes, it does have a few.
let's see.
So-
Let's see chest. If I put in
Well, I just
recipe
clicked
for a
on recipes.
chest.
I didn't even know.
Yeah. So,
But yeah.
and these are chest pieces. And let's see if a wooden chest Seymour. But just typing in chest brings up the actual image of the item to be crafted.
Oh, the weird thing is that I didn't do a search. It only by default it displayed the featured ones. So there are a few in there. Like if you do a search for a helmet, it does have a bunch of them, but the featured ones are not as complete.
But for a list of, yeah, see, I don't know if there's a comprehensive list of actual items. The best list I could say is probably Justin's list of deco items.
But hey, the good thing is we do have to thank Oakenhammer for putting this stuff out there.
Yes.
So thank you to Oakenhammer for doing this. I don't know how updated it is, and I downloaded a new version of voice mod, and it works now.
There you go.
Let's see if there's a SpongeBob.
Yeah, I don't think I recall seeing a SpongeBob in there.
No, but there is a sleepyhead. I don't know what the sleepyhead does. Is this working?
No, you're not working. At least not in here.
It should sound exactly like my normal voice though. Oh wait, that's because I changed the Discord what voice I was using.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's why it's not working.
I had to change it because voice mod completely broke.
There you go.
Okay. And that might be blowing out everything because it's at 100%.
Yeah, not too bad.
Come down here and go to...
Not too bad.
Properties. And changes to voice mod.
80%.
Okay. Yeah. It's loud on my side, but
not unbearably yet.
Yeah, well, it's only loud on your side, only because I think everything's balanced coming through this way to begin with. So it doesn't change your level on this side. So
well, within the voice
volume on these things, I actually have to reduce the volume to like 25%
for every single one, just to make it so that way it's like I'm not blowing everybody's ears out. Okay, so where are we?
So thank you to Oakenhammer for Shroudsmith
or sodasmith.com. But yeah, more Gathis is looking for a full list
of soda items. I don't know if he's just looking for an item list
or crafting material list. It could be a little bit of everything.
A little bit of everything.
Yeah, I don't know.
Then after that, we do have the question about removing a pattern from an artifact.
How would you do that? Let me count the ways. Yes, because with the new change in patterns and artifacting and Econ, yeah, I got to talk to you about that one too, whether we should report this as a bug or not. But let's get this one first, and then we'll get to the.
Wait, what are you talking about? Like removing a pattern from an artifact?
We'll get to it. Yeah, let's talk about that first.
Okay, has anyone removed a pattern
From an artifact, I'm trying to remove a Dark Star Chainmail Leggings Eternal pattern from Bandit Leggings.
I can't use the reshape pattern remover recipe on any crafting table. Perhaps
Removing patterns from artifacts is not possible.
Yet?
Barragan's like, pattern remover should work. If it doesn't, bug report it.
Absolutely.
You
Always salvage and destroy it.
You don't want to do that. But
or you could try applying another pattern.
Oh no! Thank you very much. 200 bits. And a quote, Lazarus.
Woohoo! 200 bits, thank you. Where's my $2?
$2.
Oh man.
And that reminds me. Last night I did watch the modern remake of Goonies, and holy shit, it's bad.
I've heard, yes.
Yeah, do
Okay.
not watch the new remake of Goonies. It is not called Goonies, by the way. It is on Netflix, and it is set in Hawaii. It is a shit imitation of Goonies. Absolute shit.
Okay, anyway, is quotes from Lazarus Long for 200 bits.
That's a work call, so I'll be right back.
Okay, you do that. Sex should be friendly, otherwise stick to mechanical toys. It's more sanitary. Quotes from Lazarus Long. Because Lazarus Long has some interesting philosophies on lights. Tina, absolutely, but these days Hollywood has not a single creative, iota of anything, because almost everything that comes out is just a remake or a play on older theme. Somebody once actually compared Star Wars to the Clint Eastwood spaghetti westerns, and when you put it in that thought and lay it out the way he did, it's funny as all hell. I mean, but remakes of songs. How many of you old farts out there have had kids who say, "Oh, I love this new band out there with this great new song," and you find out it's a song that's been remade 3 times over the decades by other people, and it's just been refreshed by somebody. Somebody who's doing a lot of covers right now. Miley Cyrus is doing a lot of covers right now, and she's kicking the living daylights out of many of them, including I saw a cover of a Blondie tune, and I could see the kids going, "Oh, have you heard this new song?" And it's like, yeah, that song's 40 years old, kids. Get out of here. Go learn something about music history. Remaking Walker, Texas Ranger? You can't remake Walker. Come on. I mean, yeah. They're not getting Chuck to do Walker, are they? I mean, maybe, only maybe, if you got Chuck to do the reboot, then it might be worth the while. But I don't see Chuck doing that. So
They got Jared Padalecki from Supernatural.
I don't even know who that is.
Big, tall Texan dude. Good
Yeah,
hair.
is good hair. I believe I've seen Supernatural a couple times, but I'm just really not familiar with the characters enough to say that I know who the actor is. But Tina says no, it's a different actor. Or is that what he? Okay, I said okay. It's not Chuck. It's a different actor. I got it. Comments while you were on the phone was they shouldn't remake old favorites, and the conversation went on there to remakes of Walker, Texas Ranger, which shouldn't be done.
Well, I mean, you can't replace Chuck Norris.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I-
Unless it was Chuck doing a reboot.
I never watched. I mean, I've seen a couple of episodes of Walker, Texas Ranger, but it's got nothing on his movies from the 80s. I mean,
No.
or the fact, or even his Bruce Lee appearances sans beard.
Early days, 1970s.
I mean, was it Enter the Dragon that he fought Bruce Lee in?
I believe was it Enter the Dragon? That's the most popular one. Him and the other guy were in there. I can't think of the other guy's name
boot
now.
to the head. Yes.
Boot to the head.
Norris should boot this all.
All right, moving right along.
Okay, moving right along. Yeah, you know it's way past the time for that.
All sorts of ways to salvage. So not salvage, but remove patterns and stuff. So go take a look at the answers if you don't know how it's done.
The pattern remover should just work.
Just remove the pattern. That's right.
Yeah. Yeah. So NBNN Shroud of the Avatar Community Calendar is hosted on nbnn.info. Click on the calendar button and you too can look at this aggregated mess of all the Google public calendars related to Shroud that guy knows about.
That's right. Brought to us by Torque.rocks.
Yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, I forgot to add that image to something. I'll do it eventually. If all times on the community calendar are Central Time in the real world, but we prefer to refer to it as Nude Britannia time. And you can always send all your nudes to nudes@nbnn.info so we can carefully curate those things 2 minutes at a time.
Indeed.
Monday through Friday, 12s and 6s around the clock. You should tune in your ether amplifiers to Radio Free Britannia to listen to two idiots interpreting the news so you don't have to do anything other than question your own personal life choices. And that's a show called Lunch with Us. 7 p.m.
Rename it the train wreck.
Yeah. On WRFB is the 70s at 7. Oh, geez. Don't remake Steven Seagal stuff. The dude moved to fucking Russia. He left the U.S. to move to Russia. Yes. He gave up the U.S. Yeah. No.
I knew Seagal was a little weird, but I didn't know he moved to Russia.
Yeah.
And while those movies were really okay for their time, I would really feel bad because I know Hollywood would be really reaching if they had to go back and try and make some Seagal remakes.
Well, I mean, his hairline is like mine, okay? But I mean, and like I actually saw one of like 5-10 minutes of one of his newer movies, and holy shit, it's like it looked like someone took a Sharpie to parts of his head. I mean, it's really, really funny.
Rayon hair.
Yeah. It's like, dude, just embrace the lack that disappearing headline and just like take some beard trimmers or shave the shit. Although I need to do my hair. It's getting a little long. But yeah, 7 p.m. on WRFB is the 70s at 7. At 10 p.m. on Virtue Radio is Chaotic Country with Jerkith Rivenson between 10 and midnight. And at 10 p.m. on WRFB is The Weckoed Womb with Waz's Wad, where he covers some rock and roll history from 1946 to 1974.
That's right.
That's our community calendar for Torta Thursday. And you like listening to my work messaging system going off?
I don't know. I'm just I tune out all the bleeps and blips that come in from your side these days because there's just so many of them. I tend to just tune them out. But anyway, you're tuned in to Lunch with Les and Jack right here on NBNN.info, twitch.tv/Genesis, twitch.tv/NBNN News, catching us in replays on YouTube, on Twitch, on the radio, wherever you catch us. We do appreciate it. And thank you all for your support over the years. So all you guys and gals who've kept us here bringing you the news for the last 6+ years inside and outside Shroud of the Avatar. And we love you all. So thank you for your support. The Britannian Mining Company wants you to check out Black Rock Cove. Located in the Quell region near the town of Exeter, conveniently located next to the mines that you want to be near because it's centrally located. WRFB, Radio Free Britannia, bringing you the latest news and entertainment 24/7 around the clock. I really got to adjust that fade. And two idiots interpreting the news at 12s and 6s, Monday through Friday, for your entertainment right here inside. Yes, because I don't have marbles loaded at all. So, and we haven't played a game of marbles today, so we should make it the next 6 minutes. Tom says 6 minutes left. Can Laz make it without crashing? Shroudmusic.com. Yeah, you
Someone
never
should
know.
contribute 100 bits so that way Laz has to launch marbles and watch him die the last 30 seconds.
30 seconds. Shroud Music for ABC file needs. Of course, if you want to get some ABC files to get started or you want to share some, go to shroudmusic.com. Nothing fancy, just a place to get ABC files and share yours with the community. Capheus Wares, one of the many shops out on shroudmarketplace.com. He's got wood goods for everything you'll need in game. He's got all sorts of stuff. He's got beetle carapaces. He's got wood pulp. He's got brewing supplies. You name it, he's got it out at Capheus Wares. And of course, our newest sponsor, Torque, German Shroud of the Avatar streamer on Twitch. www.torque.rocks will bring you directly to his Twitch channel. Give him a follow and view his soda streams. It would make him very happy. Torque's got giveaways like we do, and you can win gold, Kodos, or random Steam keys at torque.rocks on his live stream. So go check him out today. Give him a like and check out his streams. He does do bilingual English and German for his German audience as well. So it gets interesting. Shroud Marketplace, last but definitely not least, is the place to go for all your virtual vendables outside of the game, because a lot of stuff you can't trade inside the game. But if you want stuff that's tradable inside of the game, you need to go outside of the game to Shroud Marketplace and get all the good old tradable stuff at shroudmarketplace.com. I said shroudmarketplace.com enough yet?
No. What is this shroudmarketplace.com place?
Shroudmarketplace.com. Place where you can get everything: accounts, clothing, coinage, crafting, deco, housing, pets, rares, services, and more.
What? Are you talking about like anything Shrouded related can be bought or sold at shroudmarketplace.com?
That's right. Anything and everything.
Do I have to register at shroudmarketplace.com in order to buy anything?
If you want to buy or sell anything, yes, you need to register. Yeah. How easy is it to register at Shroud Marketplace, Jack?
Well, you click on that register button at the top left, and then you go buy everything from everybody. Over 200 different players registered as vendors. Each of those vendors responsible for setting their own prices and maintaining their own inventory. And as long as it's not an exploitable offense, you can buy it or sell it at Shroud Marketplace. And if you want to sell, you do need to click on vendor registration on the left-hand side and do what Laz and myself do. As soon as we put it up for sale, we put it in a chest or put it in the bank, and then we forget about it.
Put it away.
But yeah, anything and everything, shroudmarketplace.com. And I mean, you do need to go click on register in order to buy it, or vendor registration if you want to sell stuff. Accounts, game gold, all the way to Kodos, cheaper than you can get them on special at
going about $65, $66, 10,000, or $650 plus for 1,000.
Yeah, it's, and you can see it's an actual marketplace. If you go through and start changing pages, you can see that's like, okay, some people put the wrong stuff on the crowns of the obsidian. But yeah, you could.
Some people aren't using the categories quite right. Fix your categories, people.
Yeah. But yeah, you can find anything and everything, shroudmarketplace.com. You can even go through the featured vendors, or you can go to services and buy leveling services, deco services. As long as it's not a bannable offense, buy it or sell it, shroudmarketplace.com. which means go to that guy's store, go to this guy's store, go to all the stores at shroudmarketplace.com. Laz, you want to say anything about shroudmarketplace.com before we
well,
head out and thank everybody?
gotta love me some Shroud Marketplace. Again, I buy and sell on Shroud Marketplace, and you should too. Don't forget to visit Lazarus Long's Weddings and More, because it's not just weddings; it's a whole lot more. And want to buy a duck? Come see me.
Doesn't shroudmarketplace.com pay us for every time we mention shroudmarketplace.com?
No. I wish.
Damn.
I wish.
Shroudmarketplace.com.
Shroudmarketplace.com. That's right. But that's how we do get paid when we sell our stuff. You sell your stuff, you get paid. It goes directly to your PayPal account. Nobody holds nothing. It's an automatic transaction. You get a notification and you go deliver your goods. It's that simple, folks. But yes, we do have to wrap things up here for today. Let's go ahead and roll the wonderful credit footage. Yes, wonderful bean footage.
Got to thank Waldo for
not a whole lot there today. That's right.
And while that's going on, I need to come over here to this page and click on close giveaway and pick a wiener. So Gorix is getting a copy of something.
Thanks to Waldo. Thanks to Stymie. Long live the syndicate. If anybody wants to know what LLTS stands for, with all those people running around with the tag LLTS, it's long live the syndicate. That's right. All right, closing the giveaway on my side, picking ourselves a winner.
And Gorix is getting a copy of Windscape.
Econdas, you are the winner. You've got a copy of Leechtum Battle Mage. Congratulations. Leechtum Battle Mage for you.
Yay.
And we'll get that over to you momentarily.
Yay.
And we'll be back with more tomorrow right here on NBNN, because it is that time. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBNN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye.